Oh, hello everybody, Jason up. It's another video I wanted to do with you guys today. Let me go in the room here. So I want to address something. So you'll notice that last week or 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I can't remember, I sold many of my Ghostbusters figures. I sold all the extra repaint or variant or gimmick Ghostbusters, the four main Ghostbusters. They came out with the original four, right? And then they started capitalizing on the interest, and they made different colors and different outfits and different, fright features. And I collected all those. I collected all those just because that was the mindset that I was in at the time. And, when I was looking at the room and needing to make some space to utilize the room more, I sold the Ghostbusters, and I didn't get a lot for them. I got less than I wanted. I only got just over like $115 for all those figures. And it was from a reseller who has an eBay store, and I know that my Ghostbusters are up there for like 25 each now. So he's probably looking to double his money or triple his money even, but whatever. That's eBay for you. Then and as you have seen from the channel lately, I've been enjoying this room a lot more with the television and with the video games, and the room is doing more for me than it ever has. So I wanted to talk about that. If you go to my eBay page, the New 80s Revolution on eBay, you'll see my Rambo figures are up there. All of my Rambo figures, a couple of the carded items. I kept a few just to keep them on the wall, and a couple of the vehicles are all up there. And there's actually two harder, more expensive figures, TD Jackson, and I think his name is Snakebite. I'm not sure. And that's a tell right there. The fact that I say I'm not sure is telling, because I don't have anything to do with Rambo. I never played with Rambo. I didn't care about Rambo as a kid, but yet I spent money collecting Rambo. And then I was looking at them and I said, you know what? They just don't matter to me. And so I put them up on eBay, and I put them up extremely high price. Well, I don't know if they're high priced. A lot smaller than mine sold for $500. So I put them up there for $600, best offer, with maybe a little part of me going, if they don't sell, they don't sell. But I kind of want to sell them because I boxed them up already, and I won't be putting them back on the shelves. And I can almost promise you that the Chuck Norris Karate Commandos and the boxed car are probably going to go up next. And I don't know how we all feel about that. I don't know how we feel about it. I think that started when I started moving my board games out of here and put them all in the sump pump room and just kind of tossed them all in there. Then when we did a big room remodel last year with the couch, I put a lot of stuff in storage. But stuff that didn't matter either, a Cabbage Patch doll bank, my Gem dolls, my Barbie and the Rockers dolls. I put those away. Some stuff that was just, it's all gone. It's not gone. I didn't sell it. It's in plastic tubs in my crawl space. And so as you see over there, that shelf space is missing. That was Rambo, and I can, like I said, promise you that Chuck Norris is going to go up soon too. And I was thinking, like, what does that mean? What's happening? Is the room changing? Is the channel changing? Am I changing? No. Yes and no. Well, that I started focusing more on the wrestling stuff, because what's like this stuff behind me, this is it for me. This is my life here for me. This was the childhood. This is the fandom. Rambo, Chuck Norris, even the Ghostbusters. The Ghostbusters collection is staying right where it is. That's fine. What I have left is fine. But this is, my true love, and that stuff over there is my true love, and that stuff over there is my true love. But what I've come to realize down here is that comfort and using this room and gaining the feeling that we all have been chasing. I've really felt the feeling on Nup All Night, and I think you saw that on the last one where I was just kind of laying down here. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was just down here really feeling the room. And the Nintendo, and playing with my kids down here with the Nintendo and now with the Sega really brings the feeling. So I think the room is going to continue to change. I think more important items are going to continue to be showcased, and less important items are going to get off the floor so that I have space to enjoy. And I'll show you what I did. We needed one of the bookshelves. So I actually took down a bookshelf and I put up a bracket system that I love. If this whole room could be bracket systems, I would be happy. But I'll show you what I did. Let me flip you around. I took down a bookshelf. I took down a bookshelf and I put up these brackets. And then I had to cut this shelf to fit, and you can see it goes under that shelf. But I got room for probably four more shelves, and I got nothing to put on them right now. So that's exciting. I condensed all the video game stuff. None of that is going to go. That's all important. That's all going to stay right there forever. But as you'll notice, it's next to the 80s stuff shelf. And to be honest with you, every single one of these items, minus the stuffies, I'll figure out what to do with those. But every single one of these items means more to me than the Rambo figures, than the Chuck Norris figures. The Fry Daddy box means more to me than the Rambo figures. The VHS rewinder means more to me than the Rambo figures. Okay, all of this stuff. My two Casio mini TVs mean more to me than the Rambo figures. So this space will be room for more of this kind of stuff as I find it, and also it can be overflow for the wrestling stuff. This stuff those cereal boxes will end up over here somewhere when I start adding more shelves. But so over here, I don't know. The Rambo figures, I took them down. The Chuck Norris figures are probably going to go up on eBay based on how the Rambo figures do. My McDonald's stuff is never going anywhere. In fact, I want space to showcase this even more. So this McDonald's stuff might end up somewhere in that section. My Dukes of Hazzard stuff isn't going anywhere. That's near and dear. The Karate Kid stuff is staying right where it is. And then we've got some more, PVC stuff down there. And that's kind of it. The Jason Voorhees stuff I might put upstairs. I don't know. So, and obviously this is very near and dear to my heart. This is going nowhere. As you can see, I kept some of the Rambo stuff. I have a carded Rambo figure right there. He's not going anywhere. None of this stuff is going anywhere. So it's just, I don't know. It's just, again, more transition. So I'll sit back down here. More transition for good reasons, right? I know that some people, they just kind of grow out of collecting, or they hit a wall. I have not hit a wall down here at all. I think I'm transitioning from collecting just for the sake of collecting to maximum utilization of this space. And I have never been more, this is going to sound so silly, but I've never been more pleasured by this room. Being down here has never been more fulfilling. Let's just say that. I won't say the room pleasures me. I'd probably have to pay for that. But the room is very fulfilling. And it will continue to be fulfilling when the Hulk Hogan teddy bear, I'm so glad I got. The bootleg figures that are coming tomorrow, I'm so glad to have them. The Hulk Hogan eraser that just sits up there, and I'm just glad that I got that now. Now that stuff I'll never ever not love, and now it can just be shown off more. So I don't know. Eventually, this room might be entirely full of wrestling stuff with like one shelf of other stuff. We'll see. But more important than that, the feeling, the Nup All Night is that's why I do it and share it with you, because it's always been so hard to describe the feeling. But the Nup All Night is about as close as it gets to that feeling. So I just wanted to do that video. The LJ and Ricky Steamboat video's up. I just wanted to add this so you know what's going on. If you see my Rambo stuff on eBay, make me an offer, man. I listed it high, but I'm taking offers. So if you want a piece of the collection, I'll autograph every single Rambo figure for you if you want. I'll just write all over it. That'll really up the value. We'll see you next time. Good night now.